What is going on, y'all? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well. And welcome, guys, to week number 17 of the Beginner Series recap here. Yes, week 17 already. So in this video, we're going to be going through the Kestrel event, or talking about the update on where I landed with the Kestrel event. Invisible Woman is on Monday, so we're going to talk about our plans with Invisible Woman, and also we're going to be unlocking Shuri this week. So we're going to talk about our plans, for those characters. I'm also going to be breaking down the investments based on each trait: bio, skill, mutant, mystic, tech, where my investment is going to be going, and also my dark dimension to focus again. Just going to talk about that a little bit. What characters am I going to be using? So let's dive into it, right? So first and foremost, I went through a brief walkthrough, right, of me going through the Kestrel campaign. Some of you guys saw that video. If not, I'll link it, somewhere over here or in the description. But we went through all of the hard nodes, and we 3-starred every one of them except for the second to last node here, which had the Phoenix and Jubes and Bishop. So therefore we stumbled a little bit on that node. I think I lost my Yellow Jacket or something like that, or Elsa. And then this node here, with Black Bolt, with Ebony Maw, with Proxima and X-23. X-23 deleted, my Yellow Jacket right at the very end. So we were not able to 3-star, that. But either way, I think the goal, my plan here is, okay, once we get Kestrel, which we're about 6 shards away, once we get Kestrel, we'll get her up to 60, gear tier 10 immediately, quickly, as soon as we possibly can, right? And then we're going to try to go back in and 3-star these 2 nodes here, because I want to be able to farm them. I'm shooting for a 5-star Kestrel. I also did make a video talking about how to go about doing that, so I'm not going to rehash that again in this video, but I'm going to be shooting for a 5-star Kestrel. And I just want to be able to get as many orbs as possible as well, because there are a couple of characters that are in there that are not farmable: White Tiger, Moon Knight, Bishop, that could have a later impact on my roster. I probably won't use them immediately once I get them, but if I can get them, at least it will be good to have those characters unlocked already, so that I can use them later on. White Tiger can be used for City Hero, for Hero 7, characters that you need there. So yeah, that will be important later on. Now, in terms of the legendaries, right? So next week, I'm very close right now. I'm about 12 shards away with Shocker. He's the only character that I need to get to 5-star, so that I can go and attempt, the Shuri campaign, get her unlocked. And also Invisible Woman is rolling back around, this week, so once I get, Shocker to 5 stars, I'll be able to attempt, the legendary event. I'm looking forward to that very much. IW, I think, is very much still an impactful legendary in this game. Yeah, she's a situational legendary, but a lot of what she does, offense down, being able to clear debuffs off your team, is very solid. Also, she does have that hero cosmic synergy with Silver Surfer. So there's going to be a strong chance that I'm going to be using Invisible Woman in a lot of my arena shard right now, whether it be offensively or defensively. I think that there's going to be a lot of impact, with Invisible Woman. One of the issues that I will probably have a problem with, though, is that some of her abilities, both her special and her ultimate ability, she only gives offense down to, I think, 3 characters, and then she only clears negative effects with her special ability to, I think, to 3 characters as well. So those are going to be probably future T4s that I'm going to need to do, where it's going to be able to do all offense down and then also be able to clear 2 negative effects off all allies. But either way, she's still going to be impactful. Shuri is most likely going to be a character that I'm going to use in some of those raid nodes. She's still very good there, but also Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory is going to become a lot more relevant for me, because we're going to want to start getting some of those promo credits. Right now, our promo credits are rather low. They're rather low right now. 14, 34 gold promotion credits. Like, forget about it, right? We're not going to be able to get that far, but eventually we're going to want to continue to farm these Wakandan characters, get their stars up, so that we can start obtaining more and more of these promo credits. They also said that they're going to be increasing, the amount of promo credits that we're going to be getting on a monthly basis as well. So this promo credits will be relevant. You need stars. Every character needs stars and red stars, in order for them to be impactful in later game mode. So that's going to be relevant for us as well. So in terms of the roster itself, where is my investment going right now? So I wanted to break that down into these different traits. So let's first talk about bio, right? So this is where my bio gear is going to be going now. I am currently working a little bit on Miss Marvel. And the reason why I'm working on Miss Marvel, there's a lot of these events, challenges, and events where I need city characters, right? I need city characters. Miss Marvel is a very good city character that works with a lot of other city brawlers, right? So she has that synergy there. She can assist. She can also, assist on their attacks. So I think Miss Marvel is going to be very impactful in those areas. She's also a character that can be used to unlock, Ebony Maw later on. So from a free-to-play perspective, I look at characters that can be impactful now and characters that will be impactful throughout the duration of my roster. And right now, Miss Marvel is definitely going to be able to do that with the city block challenge, and also with those the gold rush challenge that I have to do and continue to climb up tiers. She's going to be impactful there. Hulk and Captain America are done in terms of investment. 64 gear tier 10. We might bring them up one more level, and then I don't think we need to bring them up any higher in terms of gear tier. For the Doom campaign, when I used them on my main account, these characters were at 60 and gear tier 10. Granted, yes, Captain America was 6 stars, Hulk was 7 stars, so that may impact it a little bit, but with the right ISOs, the right comp that we use, with Wave 1 Thor, we were fine and we were able to get through the Doom campaign. I just don't think that they need any more investment. Captain Marvel is also probably a character that we're done investing in. Sinister Six is 100% done until we at least get Dr. Octopus. There's a potential chance that maybe Electro and Swarm might get a little bit more investment so that we can, I'm going to use them on a hybrid Zemo team to do Villain 7, so that may be more. They may get a little bit more investment then, right? Like maybe 60-10, maybe 65-10. It all depends, but mostly Zemo is going to carry Villain 7-1, 7-2, and then 7-3. So we might not necessarily need as much investment into them, but these two are the characters, right, that will be used, on that Sinister 16 with Doc Ock. So, they might get some investment a little bit later on. Yo-Yo, she's a character that does have, she's better with Black Bolt, but she is usable somewhat without Black Bolt. Her offense down is impactful, so maybe that could be useful in my arena shard. But as it stands right now, because we are getting Invisible Woman, who's going to have higher stars, yellow and red stars, I think that I'm more inclined to go in that direction. Also, Hero Cosmic, Invisible Woman. So that kind of puts Yo-Yo out of the picture, in my opinion. I may change my mind. We'll see. We'll have to see first how Invisible Woman performs, and then we'll see whether or not Yo-Yo is going to be viable at that point. Oh, I forgot to mention Miss Marvel is also a character that you can use in that Heroes City, section of the Heroes campaign. So that's also going to be used there. Now, in terms of other investment, let's take a look at skill. Our skill gear is going to be going to Night Nurse right now. She's another city hero character. We can use her for some of those those events that use city hero traits, block party, right? So Night Nurse is going to be relevant there. Zemo is high enough for what I need him for right now, 65 in gear tier 11. So we don't need to go any further. He's most likely going to go as high as gear tier 15 on this roster if we play it that long, right? He's going to go as high as gear tier 15 on this roster. So there's going to be no investment that I put into him that I'm going to feel bad about, right? Like he's going to be good regardless. So, but right now he's fine where he is. Most of my skill gear is going to go to Night Nurse, or it's going to go to Killmonger. And Killmonger is such an impactful character in the game, not because he's super good, right? It's mainly because of where he can be used. He is a skilled military character. So there's going to be a new new event where you can get training mats, skilled military. Killmonger is going to be relevant there. He's also a Wakandan character that can be used for chaos theory. So he's going to be relevant there. There are some of these nodes, the mercenary event, payday event, right? He is a mercenary. He can be used there. There are some of these raid nodes where he can also be useful as well. So in my opinion, I don't think that I'm going to ever feel bad about investing into Killmonger because he's just impactful in so many different areas of the game. So like I said, he's not dominant in any of them, but he's usable in all of those areas. So therefore, Killmonger is a worthwhile investment. Red Guardian is a worthwhile investment for that training mat event. Also, he's usable in Doom raids later. So once again, no investment that you put into him you're going to feel bad about doing, but not right now. Once we get closer to that training mat event, we'll probably put some more investment into him. We're only going to be able to do the first 3 tiers of the event anyway, so I don't really need to bring him up that high for them to be that impactful there either, right? But that's pretty much basically what my skill gear is. Black Widow, Hawkeye, we don't really need to put anymore. There, Proxima, no. Proxima Chorus, just not right now, because we don't have Black Order, so it's a waste of investment, in my personal opinion. When it comes to Mutant Gear, this one is bigger it's a trouble stage, for a lot of players who are more later game than I am. But for me, where I'm at, there's not really a lot of mutants right now that are going to be impactful where I'm at in the game. Mr. Sinister is the only one that really comes to mind. I think he's one of the better characters in the game, and I'm using him both on my arena defense and also my arena offense right now. His clones are effective. Yes, Kestrel may change that a little bit, but there's a lot of things that he does. His healing, that's still going to be impactful. He's a Dark Dimension 2 character. There's no investment that I think I put into Mr. Sinister. There's so many other game modes, too, where he can be impactful that, arena's just not the only thing that I have to be concerned or worried about. He's good in these other game modes as well. He's the only character right now on my roster that I have a level 4 ISO on to. So you can already tell how much I think about Mr. Sinister. He's a great character in my opinion. I put too much investment into Strife, put too much investment into Mystique, Sabretooth, and also X-23. These are impactful characters, but they're not really useful for me right now. You can make a case for Mystique. Maybe I could use her to unlock Magneto, but this is as far as I'm going to go with her right now. Just don't really see that there's any more need for investment. Toad will get some more investment later as we get closer to unlocking Magneto. That's pretty much basically about it. Negasonic is one of the characters, though, that will get some more investment. She's a blaster. I can use her for the Catalyst of Change challenge. So therefore, she will get some more investment, to be able to enough to complete those challenges as we get to those different tiers. You will see some investment there. But until then, really no need for me to invest into any of these characters. You can make a case for X-23 because of RTA, but I don't really feel like that's fully necessary right now. Wish I had Emma. If Emma was here, we'd put some more investment into her. We're probably also going to unlock Polaris as well. She's going to be in the Strike Pass twice, but once again, without the Dabros, just not really necessary. So the only mutant on my roster right now that really has a purpose is Mr. Sinister. Everyone else, other than Negasonic for Blaster Challenge, but everyone else just not really needed at the most. We're going to talk about tech really quickly, and then we're going to go into Mystic. So for tech characters, Ghost is impactful. We're going to be putting some more investment into her. Dark Dimension 2 viable. She's going to be a part of my Dark Dimension 2 team. Minerva, also the same Dark Dimension 2 team. She's going to continue to get investment as well, also using her in raids and sometimes also in my arena shard. Anyone else, really not necessary. Yellow Jacket was really just for the Kestrel event. Otherwise, there's just nothing else that we need her for. As we continue to unlock other characters, maybe we'll put some more investment into them. Obviously, Kestrel, that's going to be one, right? Shuri, that's going to be another character that we'll invest into. But, because we're going to be getting those characters over the next couple of days, so they will get investment. But other than Ghost and Minerva, there's no one else that's really going to be getting my tech gear right now. And I've already explained why. Mystic is going to be the biggest pool of investment that's needed. Ghost Rider, another city hero character. We already talked about the events where city heroes are going to be relevant, so I don't need to go over that. So that's there. Iron Fist, I am purposely not recruiting him right now because I'm just being very petty, and people keep on talking about Heroes for Hire is now a investment option for beginner players. I tend to disagree. Misty Knight and Colleen Wing are not farmable, and even if they are, they're a war defense team, have no relevance to beginner players whatsoever. Yes, you can unlock them, but any investment that you put into them is a waste, in my personal opinion. But Mystic characters are going to be the toughest for me because there are a lot of impactful Mystic characters that I could use. Hela, we already know about her. Dark Dimension 2 viable, Dark Dimension 3 viable, Dark Dimension 4 viable, right? Thor is probably the one character that needs no more investment whatsoever, but can be used a little bit later. Juggernaut, I don't regret this decision. Bring him to level 60 and 10 is going to be very good for me. He's usable in a few other areas, but I think at 60 and 10, he's fine where he is right now. Once we do get past the villain 7-1, 7-2, and then 7-3, we're going to have an option and an opportunity here to use him, you know, to unlock that Hella Node and to 3-star that Hella Node. No regrets there. Once we also get Magneto, he's going to be a part of that BH 2.0 team. Juggernaut is a great tank, also a good damage dealer on that Brotherhood 2.0 team. So once again, I just don't see where any investment that I put into them, even now moving forward, they're impactful later, is going to be a regret. He can also be used in arena as well. So there's no, like I said, no regrets there. Silver Surfer right now is also another character that is going to continue to get investment. I don't need to explain why. Mordo, same thing. Super impactful, I think, just because of what he does, has synergy with Hela, organic synergy with Hela, also can be used to unlock a legendary. You know, I just find this kit to be very useful. Loki and Mordo for me are in the same boat. Apart from that, I guess there's really no other characters that we need to put any investment into right now. These four characters here, Hela, Juggernaut, Loki, Mordo, are going to be characters that I'm going to use to unlock that and 3-star that Hela Node. So therefore, they're definitely going to get investment. Elektra is somewhat important, you know, for like Relic Hunt and stuff like that. But once again, War Offense team don't really need her right now. And until we start doing War Offensive attacks where we're actually doing really competitive wars, Shadowland, like this, they're just not useful for me on my roster. Now, once we get some other characters, they will have some more impact, right? If we get Thanos later, then we can use him. You know, he's still good outside of his team, not as great without Black Order, but he still does have some impact. So that's pretty much where we're going with our roster. I talked about Dark Dimension, you know, throughout sort of my selection of investment based on the traits. So I'm not gonna go into that separately. You know, Hela, Silver Surfer, Ghost, Minerva, Sinister, those are all characters that are going to be going to Dark Dimension. You know, I don't know if they're going to be going to all of them are going to be going to Dark Dimension 2, but they're not bad options to go to Dark Dimension 2 because they will be impactful there. So many things could change. If we get Symbiote Spider-Man, then we're going to invest into him there. But as far as where everything stands right now, this is where the roster is. The ensuing updates may be a little bit shorter, but yeah, this is pretty much basically where we are. Let me know if you have any questions on anything. I'll explain my thought process on some of the investments that I'm using, and we can go from there. Excuse my daughter who is watching, I think, Moana right now. I'm gonna go join her in a little bit because I do like Moana quite well myself. But appreciate you guys watching. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.